the project, the music, what you've waited for, will be delivered in January.
I got a haircut, so you stop saying I look like Netspin.
Are you, yes you, one of the lucky few to have heard this song during Wonder's prime?
They think I'm crazy or something. Hop into the bit like a baby or something, I put that cake in the oven, you bitch, you flex like Cradle or something,
If you said yes, I love you. Wonder was a very small artist who had very close ties to the meme rap community, even featuring on MC Virgin's smash hit, Anime Thighs. And back in the day, I was a huge fan. In this video, I'm gonna cover all of this man's rise and fall, and even interactions me and him have had in the past. So you can stop your search for a video to eat dinner to now. Wonder started making music during high school to just amazing reception. This is the earliest Wonder song I could possibly get my hands on.
Pastel tea, and if she really want the pipe, then suck my pastel D.
And to be honest, for a first song, it's not really that bad. It was part of his very first EP, Milk, which I tried to find, I promise you. He released another project called Space Cowboy, which again wasn't too bad. 2019 was the year that blew Wonder the fuck up, featuring on songs like Fairly Broad Parents, Anime Thighs, and creating a smash hit of his own, Fanta. I was a Fanta fiend. This is the song that put me on Wonder, and the song I used to put all my friends onto Wonder. I snorted this shit. The hook on this song makes me go insane, go dummy even.
Ooh, bad bitch, I'm a hype man, cause I like bitches on my dick and I like price tags. I couldn't care about a lame.
In 2020, he kept a consistent flow of singles, which led to him striking gold. Bandits. This song got a stupid amount of plays for its time, but it's the successor to the song that really broke the mold. 2021 is what I consider the golden age of Wonder's music. Bandits RMX is a remix to Bandits that features Yunhead in a much better verse from Wonder.
I'm at the top and I'm whipping it up and I'm cooking the beat like a baby. I got the sauce and the secret recipe. I'm at the place and they carry me.
This song is insane and still probably some of his best work to date. Wonder also dropped songs like Snow and Digital Trash, which also did crazy numbers at the time. Wonder made use of this exposure by dropping his magnum opus.
When I started making this album, I really did feel like I was that bitch.
Brand new music. I feel like that bitch again.
Okay, I walk out on these bitches.
Mordecai and Rigby would risk their lives for this shit. The release of his second project, I Feel Like That Bitch Again, had freshman year losing my mind. Going feral, even. If Prod Attack was an unreleased Cardi song, it'd share spots with Cancun and Pissy Pamper fucking try me. To this day, this is regarded as the best Wonder project, even by most in the Wonder Discord, who me-ride everything this man does. This album is a 10 out of 10 project for underground rap standards, and even today I'd recommend giving it a listen. It's super concise and consistent with quality and bangers. Like, I don't think I'd honestly be that big of a hip-hop fan to this day if it wasn't for this album. This album could change a man's life. After this, I considered Wonder as my favorite artist. He was my GOAT back in the day. After this album, this motherfucker went ghost. While yes, he did upload a handful of songs on 21 Bunny, including the long-awaited Fanta 2, none of these songs were on DSPs and seemed to be throwaways. Minus Fanta 2, which came to streaming much later, but that doesn't count. Me and my buds were starved of Wonder, and we needed more, which come April, we got. The Zero EP is the very first project Wonder released and mixed himself. The artist Moles mixed everything this man has made up until this point, and Zero was the first project Wonder did completely by himself. And it's pretty damn good. Except my fault, which I don't mess with, but that's just me. You could definitely tell there was a difference between this project and his early stuff, but it was still really good and held up to Wonder standards in my opinion. Now yet again, Wonder deprives us of music for 5 more months, but it's okay. We had I Feel Like That Bitch Again and Zero to keep us entertained, like we're toddlers. And then we got a bombshell. This song is crazy good, and a slight departure from what Wonder has done before. This motherfucker played his cards right. He could have gotten signed by Jordan Terrell Carter. 3 months later, he drops his second single, Space Jam, which was also insane.
Bad flipper, I ain't even got nothing to say. I want some bands, bitch. I want the brand new.
With the release of these 2 songs, it was clear that Wonder was evolving. Not quite sure what he was evolving into, but the community was loving it. Later that month, the day before 2023, Wonder drops This album is easily the second best project in his catalog. It doesn't live up to I Feel Like That Bitch Again in my opinion, but it's damn close. Wonder was on a crazy run, and I was still a huge fan. What could possibly go wrong? In April of 2023, he dropped his first single to his third album, Fetty. It's a song by Future. Tell me you came with some Fetty. Tell me. He just drops a Future song. Hey guys, this is my new style. Hope you like the song. Tell me you came with some fake. No.
Mad Max, I'm zooming right past the bitch. I'm with a bad bitch, she's sipping on activists.
It's pretty good, but it just feels like weird. The mix is messy and he sounds a little too quiet for the beat, but I mean, like, it's still a good song. It just feels really weird to come after 3 great projects. He then drops his second single, Love My Plug, which I feel suffers from the same problem.
Y'all just talking like we like the tar bands. That shit be photoshopped, look how we bought there.
Like, I don't know, the song still did good numbers-wise, but they just felt off, to me at least. His third album finally drops, and it's okay. The quality between this project and his last few feels like a sizable dip. The audio and his vocals are so low that these interesting beats completely drown out anything he says, which just makes half of this, like, really hard to listen to. And looking at the numbers, it seems I'm not the only one who believes this. This was about the time I was a full hip-hop nerd, so I'd already been putting his music aside, but this album is really what did it for me. It felt like he was falling off. He needed to come back with something hard, and that didn't happen. He decided to make a completely different alias under a completely different account. Fucking great. I just didn't understand this move, like making Wonder and ISO different artists. My theory on why his fall off was so extreme is he went from making hard-hitting, easily enjoyable music that a large audience could fuck with to, like, this.
She tried to tell me if I could feel what she feel. If I really knew it, nigga, I'd be dead.
I'm not trying to say it's bad, I'm just saying, like, this is a niche. Like, I couldn't even tell you what genre this is going for, I'm not gonna lie. He still has his bangers here and there, like 50 Gram.
Funny shit. Funny. Real funny shit. Funny.
But his new shit is certified scaring the hoes music. Also, I'm not sure if this plays a huge role, but what happened to his cover arts? His art used to be so stylized and pleasing to look at, and it turned into... Wonder himself depicts his fall off as a result of him being linked to MC Virgins, which stops him from collabing with as many artists, and that's what caused him to change his name. The name change combined with such a harsh style change completely killed his momentum, and he sits at a cool 700 monthly listeners to this day. When I was making my album Blood, Sweat, and Bones, I had this song called Prowlers, which goes a little bit like this.
Feeling like Cardi, I'm about to go get it. These make me feel like I'm a fucking fam. Shit gon' be classic, these bitches all plastic. This shit finna hit, I'ma do a little dance. Me up and they saying what's...
Yes, I know the mix is a little rough, but that's because this came out when I still used fucking Audacity, so give me a break. My new album is way better anyway. When I made that song, I was like, this song is so hard, it needs a feature, and I remember seeing Wonder was doing paid features. So I hit him up, I sent him the song, I'm like, could you slide on this? And he said, yeah, I can slide on anything.
I'm gonna advance so fast. Moving got me in a trance. The way I study it,
Get the word out, this shit getting heard now.
What the fuck is this? I'm not saying it's bad or anything, it just doesn't match my energy or match the song at all. To be fair, I did pay him like $10 less, so maybe that's why. On a more wholesome note, back in the day, even before my music was on streaming platforms, I had this song called Temptation. Wonder did streams where you could send him music and he'd review it and give his feedback. I was so fucking nervous to submit this song because, again, Wonder was my idol. He was like my favorite artist back in the day. But I sent the song in and he ended up reacting to it. To my surprise, he gave great advice and told me to keep going and had faith I could be like a really good artist. When that happened, it really inspired me to keep going. And looking back, the song I sent him was trash as fuck, so I'm glad he didn't go and say that. I genuinely have to thank him for giving me that motivation. Either way, Wonder was a big part of my teenage years, and his fall off is sad, but I mean, when you're tied to big artists in a genre that kind of fell off in its entirety, it's almost inevitable you'll follow suit if you don't properly adapt, and in Wonder's case, he definitely didn't. I'm really sorry for the way I go to school, I go to work, and I make music, so I need to find a better way to find time to keep doing this. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and, I don't know, comment your favorite color.